At midday today, Tropical Depression 15 was located near latitude 13.9 north and 76.2 west. It had maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour, and it was at that time it was moving towards the west at about 15 miles per hour.
Now, Mr. Gunges, looking at this and all the forecast projections coming out of the National Hurricane Center in Miami, indicating that this will eventually become a hurricane and threaten Belize.
Conditions are favorable for it to become a hurricane once it enters into the Gulf of Honduras. On the present forecast track takes it to just the northeastern tip of Honduras, and entering into the Gulf of Honduras subsequent to that. And in there now, the likelihood increases that it could develop into a hurricane in that region. So it looks like some bad weather is heading our way for this weekend.
When do you expect this bad weather to reach us?
Well, as early as Saturday night, we could start feeling the effects of the system if it continues on its present track.
Given that forecast, then, what would you say that we, the general public, need to start doing from now?
We thought we need to start to pay attention to the alerts, the bulletins that will be initiated shortly, and have our evacuation plans in place in the event that the order is given for evacuation.
From the Belize Weather Bureau's point of view, are you going along with what the National Hurricane Center is forecasting, and that we will be looking at a hurricane this weekend? That
possibility exists, right. It's quite likely that this forecast, the system will continue along this track, this forecast track, and even if it deviates a bit from that track, the system will still impact us in some way.
So no matter whether it's a hurricane or a tropical storm, we will be impacted?
Either by the heavy rains or by tropical storm force winds or hurricane force winds.
What weather system is currently driving TD15?
Well, it's basically the easterly currents in the Caribbean, so it doesn't have any major upper level features that are pushing the system westward. It's just the typical easterly flow in the Caribbean.
And the sea temperatures in this area is very conducive to development?
They have been quite some time. The entire season, the sea surface temperatures have been above normal, so we do expect that the system, all the conditions are in place for the system to intensify once it enters our area.
How far is it away from any declaration from our phase 1?
It should be that's like by tomorrow morning we should be quite likely we'll be hearing the first declaration of the first phase.
As it is, it's bringing a lot of rain with it, so as you say, low-lying areas in particular will have some flooding.
If the system continues, right, if it continues on its present track, then we can see some major flooding around the country associated with this system.